Hi, thanks for joining me today. I'm Tina Carini at SpongeandStamp.com. So today I'm going to spotlight a retiring stamp set that is so sad to me. This was one of the first stamp sets that I got when I joined up with Stampin' Up! 5 years ago, or it will be 5 years this July. And this stamp set is so beautiful and I loved it so much, but it's going bye-bye. So I wanted to use it a few more times before it does retire. June 4th, it will be officially retired. So we're going to make this card right here. And that is such a pretty and simple card. And I'm going to show you how I did that. So what I have is, I have my layering squares, and how I chose the size that I wanted to use, I just took the image that I wanted to use and I just kind of placed it in there to see if it fit like I wanted it to. And then for my layering, I just chose the next size up because I just wanted a little bit of a peek through like you see in this. I didn't want like a huge border around it. And then I went ahead and I pre-cut those out. I'm using Very Vanilla, Tranquil Tide, which is retiring as well. And then I have a strip of Tranquil Tide and a strip of Very Vanilla. The Very Vanilla is a 1/2 inch wide, and then I just went up, I think, a 1/16, maybe even an 1/8 for the strip. And then I have a piece of ribbon that is also retiring. This is from the Tea Room. It's Very Vanilla and Copper. And then we have for our card base, we have Mint Macaron, and it is 11 by 4 1/4 scored at 5 1/2. And what I'm going to do first is I'm going to bring in some Versamark, which I forgot to put out, so we have it right here. And I'm going to take the oak leaf part here, and I'm just going to ink that up in Versamark and then just stamp it all around my card. And this will just give you a really nice little watermark look. And you could do this also with your Tranquil Tide, but you would have to make sure that you stamped it off each time. Otherwise, it might be too dark and overpowering for your image. So this is all I'm doing, very simple. And just coming around and doing it just like that. And I think I want one more little piece right there. So there we go. So now that is all ready. So I'm just going to move that aside while that Versamark dries a little. We're going to close this up, put this out of the way because we're done with that. Now I'm going to bring in my Very Vanilla and my Tranquil Tide. This is such a beautiful color. I'm sad to see it go, but I'm excited about the new colors that will be coming in June. I'm inking it up nicely here, and then I'm just going to try to center this right on our little square. You could always stamp it and then line your square around it and then run it through your Big Shot. Now in this card, I took a blender pen and some of the Tranquil Tide ink and just kind of smeared it around, but I'm not going to do that with this one. Then we're just going to take some liquid glue. This is my favorite glue in the whole wide world. And just put that on the back of this and line this up. Just so that we have even edges all the way around. This is one of the reasons why I love the liquid glue, because it gives me a little bit of wiggle room time. Okay, so I am pretty happy with that. So now we're going to also stamp our sentiment, and I'm using a sentiment from the Cross of Hope, and I'm using Hold On to Hope. And we are going to try, I don't want to stick my head into the camera here, but I'm going to try to stamp that straight and in the center of this. Hopefully I did. That's a little down, but it'll be all right. Okay, so, and then we are going to trim this up a little. Just trim that right about there. And right right about there. And then I am going to put our ribbon, so I'm going to use Blue Dot. I left it in my other station for my Facebook Live last night, so I just had to get it. Actually, you know what? We'll just use our snail. And we will just put some snail right across here. Ooh, I have part of my ribbon from last night. Okay. And then we'll just line this up here. Try to get it just like so. And then we're going to run some more snail right across that and center that right onto our little trinkle tied piece. Then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to trim this off. And the reason why I'm doing this is because I'm not really sure how long I want it to be, because I'm just going to play with it a little bit. Well, fiddle. Just like that. And then I'm going to bring in my banner punch here. And I'm going to slide that in. And I am going to just flag the ends of this. So probably right about there. Like so. And then this side too. And I may end up trimming that off a little bit more. We're going to see how it looks. You can make it go all the way across the card if you want to. You could do it however you choose. Just like that. And I think I do want it to be trimmed a whole bunch more. So we're going to stick this in here. And I am okay if it even cuts my ribbon. So we're going to cut that right about there, I think. Like that. And bring this in again. And right about there. And that looks pretty good to me. I could go a little bit more, but that will, I think I am actually going to go in just a tiny bit more on that one. On both sides, actually. Okay. There we go. Okay, I'm happy with that. We're going to leave that just as it is. So now I'm going to use some Stampin' Dimensionals here. And, excuse me, frog in my throat. Go ahead and pop this up. And we are almost finished with this. Okay, and then I'm going to put that towards the top, but in the center. Just like that. And then this one we're going to pop up as well. So we'll use 2 dimensionals. We could probably put 3, but I'm just going to put 2 for right now. Normally I like to have plenty when I know I'm going to be mailing something in the mail because I don't want it to sag anywhere. And I'm going to bring that up just a little bit closer to the top. Try to center that. Just like so. So there we go. I hope that this video inspired you to use your Lovely as a Tree and your cardstock, especially your retiring. And if you don't have Lovely as a Tree and would like to get it, I would suggest that you put in an order pretty quick, because once the retired list goes out, which it went out the day before yesterday, things do sell quickly, especially the retiring in colors. They go very fast. So if you need your re-inker or any paper or ink pads, I would love to earn your business. And if you choose to place an order with me, please use the host code 9PADKFWN, and you can go to spongeandstamp.com and click shop, and that will take you right to it. And in the descriptions below, I'll also have links to my online store with all the products that I used today. Check me out on Facebook. I go live every Tuesday night at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And visit my blog too at spongeandstamp.com. Thanks again for joining me, you guys. Have a very blessed day. Bye-bye.